Warning, this video is for an adult audience and it deals with adult themes. This video is for viewers 18 years and older.
Attention, all epic Fortnite gamers. This is johnnysins. I've taken the No Nut November vow, and you have too.
Before johnnysins became one of the top searched adult stars online, doing scenes with Brazzers, Bang Bros, Reality Kings, as well as picking up multiple award nominations, including 21 AVNs.
I love this girl. My heart is like going right now.
Before johnnysins had amassed a large social media following, including almost 700,000 followers on Instagram and almost 300,000 followers on Twitter at the time of this recording. Before Johnny was killing it in the YouTube game with nearly 1 million subscribers on his channel, where he posts vlogs about his daily life, his workout routines, and eats snacks from all over the world.
That's actually really good. It's got chocolate on the bottom and the top.
Before johnnysins inspired hilarious memes, elevating his popularity outside of the adult industry, even becoming involved in a couple death hoaxes along the way.
Contrary to belief, I'm alive and well, and thank you everyone for your concern and support. And keep watching Brazzers.
The firefighter, the doctor, the teacher, the astronaut, the hippie rockstar, johnnysins is a man who seems to be able to do it all. But before he took over the adult industry and became an internet phenomenon, well, johnnysins, he came from humble beginnings, and he worked a few more relatable gigs. From a 9-to-5 in construction to working as an intern at Disney World. Now, it wasn't until an old fling called him up and told him that he was destined to join the adult industry. Now, according to the Internet Adult Film Database, well, the man has shot over 2,300 scenes at the time of this recording. Being active in the business since 2006, well, Johnny's career has seen several notable highlights. This includes him getting her done in a helicopter and in an attempt for him to do it in outer space, for which someone's actually gone out of their way and made some fan art for real. Despite some bumps in the road, including 2 death hoaxes, including him being named among the victims of the tragic Las Vegas shooting back in 2017. Well, Johnny, he's actually beloved all over the world. As it turns out, the man has a massive following in both Turkey and India. And he even had a mural painted of himself along with a few other porn icons on the side of a bus in the latter of those countries. What an absolute legend. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCredden, documenting the life and career of porn star johnnysins. Here for you, of course, on Before They Were Famous. Now, there was a time a few years ago where I would drop a biography video on an adult star pretty much each and every week. Then YouTube apocalypse happened, and well, I had to shift some gears. Now, every once in a while, an adult star will cross over into mainstream media, and with johnnysins becoming a YouTuber, also hanging out with Logan Paul, and showing his support for PewDiePie, well, I decided this video had to get made. Now, Johnny, if you're watching this video, we hope you think we did justice to telling your story. And if you like what we did, please let us know via Twitter. Give us a share. Now, for those who want to help out this channel, you can also become a member. There are links down below. All right, now let's get into this video and talk about the absolute legend, johnnysins. Hey, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom!
Go back to my younger days. I don't know how old I am right here. I think I'm probably like 12.
johnnysins was born Stephen Wolf on December 31st, 1978. I feel like even the last name Wolf fits, but you know. Anyway, now with his birthplace, it's listed as Steeltown, Pittsburgh, and he said vaguely that he was raised in a medium-sized suburb located outside of the city. Now, from what I can recall about making quite a few videos on adult stars, well, a lot of them seem to be secretive of where they actually grew up. Now, when describing his formative years, well, he simply states he grew up in Pennsylvania.
This is the house I grew up in Pennsylvania.
He and his family, they lived in a home built back in the 1900s. Now, Johnny, he was born the youngest of 3 kids. He has a sister who is 2 years his senior, as well as an older half-brother. Now, he states that his father, he was 13 years older than his mom. Now, there were a lot of old cliches out there that those who venture into the adult worlds, well, some of them come from homes that were filled with abuse, poverty, or neglect. But Johnny, he was clear to state that he had a pleasant childhood. Now, his father, a US Army veteran, he applied an extremely hard work ethic, pulling double shifts at a local steel mill in order to put his kids through college. His mom, she attempted to take he and his siblings to Bible class, but that didn't exactly pan out. Now, Johnny has stated in several Q&As that he's not religious, and he doesn't exactly buy into the idea of organized religion. But that don't mean he hasn't done any scenes as a priest. In fact, I looked it up. Anyway, it was a good one. Now Johnny, he's admitted to being incredibly shy as a child, a trait that he has carried into his adult years. While most would expect people willing to screw on camera to be unbelievably confident, well, he doesn't exactly fit that mold. During a vlog Q&A on his YouTube channel, well, he stated, "I've always been and I'm still very shy until I take my clothes off, or there's nobody else around. I can do these videos no problem when nobody else is in the room, but put somebody else in the room and I'll just clam up and won't be able to say or think about anything." He later went on to state that social anxiety amongst porn stars is not as uncommon as one might imagine. Now, despite his trouble interacting with others as a youngster, well, Johnny appeared to be athletic in his formative years. He played Little League for the local team, apparently called Moose, which is actually my nickname, which was given to me by one of Johnny's current co-stars. No joke. But that was before she saw me with no clothes on. Let's move on. In the realm of sports, he didn't exactly stay loyal to his Pittsburgh roots. Growing up, he stated that he was a fan of the Oakland Raiders as well as the University of Notre Dame. In Canada, we call it Notre Dame because we're trying to be French. Notre Dame. Didn't want to get hazed in the comments. All right, let's move on.
Playing hacky sack. It's a funny picture. I love this picture.
Entering high school, he became popular with various crowds, including several low-end drug dealers. He also lost his virginity at the age of 15. Now, adding to the topic of sex, well, Johnny states that his shyness didn't exactly stop him from getting laid throughout his teens. And Johnny, he began working out when he was around 19. After buying some cheap weights, he started exercising at home. It's the best way to start. I guess he was a little bit of a string bean, so he bulked up. Good for him.
I was just a scrawny kid. I probably weighed $135, $140, and I was a shy kid too, so it was like I had to do something to generate attention from the ladies.
Going to college at the Indiana University of Pennsylvania, where he majored in marketing, well, Johnny began working out at the local gym to the point where it became more than just a hobby. He was obsessed.
All right, got stretched out. Ready for my run.
While he does follow a strict diet, he admits that his favorite cheat meal is pizza. He also states that if he had 2 months left to live, well, he'd have orgies with as many soccer moms as possible and load up on KFC and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Probably get them sandwiches made by the moms. One could hope. Or at the same time. All right. Now, Johnny's signature cue ball look began in his early 20s after he began losing his hair. One day, he simply decided to take a razor and shave it all off. Now, while attending college, he was recruited by Disney World to go down and intern with them for the summer in Orlando. He was employed at Magic Kingdom, where he worked at the Grand Emporium. Now, he described this experience as being unpleasant due to Disney's strict protocol and their crappy uniforms. And then he eventually got fired for smoking weed in his student apartment. So back to Pennsylvania he went. There, Johnny hooked up with a porn star who went to his high school named Alexis Monroe. Now, of course, we took to Google to find her, and it appears there's one born in 1990. We're not sure if this is the same girl. Maybe there were multiple Alexis Monroes. I don't know. Anywho, the girl told Johnny that he would make a great porn star and that the two should go out to Hollywood. Now, at this time, however, Johnny, he wasn't quite interested, and instead he wanted to focus on finishing up his school. Now, at 22, the East Coast native, he found himself living in Las Vegas. Here he took up a 9-to-5 job in construction management, working sometimes 6 days a week in the hot Las Vegas sun. And while he quickly grew sick and tired of construction life. I mean, you're in Sin City. Oh, that's where he got his last... Sorry, I just had a brain fart. At the age of 24, Johnny claims to have had sex with a woman nearly 22 years his senior. Yeah, he was already into soccer moms, before the porn. Anyway, this was an experience he says taught him a lot about the world of sex. At an unspecified period of time, well, Johnny has said that he worked as an escort. Now, it may not have been around this time that he slept with this older woman, but if I had to guess, I'd say yeah. In 2006, at the age of 26, well, Johnny received a call from the same girl who was suggested he try porn way back when. Fed up with construction, well, he decided to take her up on the offer. Just like that, well, the shy kid from Pennsylvania, he made the 4-hour drive to LA to make it in the adult industry. Now, Johnny began his porn career in a rather humble fashion. He stated, "I found some gigs on Craigslist. It didn't pay anything, you did it for free, but it was legitimate. Craigslist is really bad though. If you're trying to get into porn, 99% of the ads on there are completely fake." Be honest with you guys, once upon a time I was a Craigslist actor. Ended up on a lot of them text dating commercials. It's true. All right, Johnny, he continued to grind hard. No pun intended. And he eventually, well, he found paid work. He also stated that he never had to do any gay work because he just didn't want to. A lot of people fell into that trap, but not our old Johnny Sins. Now his parents back east, they would often check in on their son to see how he was doing out in Los Angeles. Now Johnny admits that his biggest regret during this time was lying to them about what he did for a living. For about a year, he told his parents that he was working in pharmaceuticals. He eventually broke the news, and it seems that they took it, well, rather well.
They were kind of questioning me, like, what? Seriously? And they're like, what exactly are you doing? I was like, well, exactly, I'm having sex with girls for money.
Since around 2014, Johnny has appeared to have had a healthy relationship with girlfriend and fellow porn star, Kissa Sins. Now, contrary to popular belief, the two are actually not husband and wife. They met after she DM'd him as a fan. Now, after hooking up, the two seemed to be drawn to each other and they continued to see one another. It seemed to be a match made in heaven, as both Kissa and Johnny, well, they share one common trait.
I'm pretty much a loner. When I met Kissa, she was a loner too, and now we're both just kind of loners together.
He's described Kissa as his very best friend. Now the couple, they love to travel the world, and due to Johnny's success on the internet, well, he's reached audiences in several countries, developing a massive following. Now the two, they currently live together in a beach house out in Hawaii, but they plan to move to Puerto Vallarta in Mexico in the near future. Now for more on the couple, well, they actually paid a visit to the Logan Paul podcast for Impulsive, and Johnny Sins, well, he has his own YouTube channel. Of course, there are links down below. And even though Johnny Sins is praised as a god out in India, well, he's still got PewDiePie's back when it comes to his battle against T-Series. Take a look.
I feel like he's such a good representation of YouTube and how a small creator can become huge on YouTube as a platform.
As for the rest of the story, well, we're just gonna have to wait and see because this is Before They Were Famous. My name's Michael McCrudden and we put this video together for you guys because we thought it would be a lot of fun. I feel like, porn stars, their come-ups a lot like YouTubers. They're from humble beginnings, although when they make it, it seems to be a lot more fun. Regardless, this was fun for us to make. It probably will get demonetized. That's probably guaranteed. And YouTube's really cracking down. It's really hard on what kind of content we can make for you guys. So if you want to support us, there is a membership button you can click down below. For those who do, we really appreciate. For those who already have, thank you so much. I'll see you guys in another video. Boom!